Okay, good morning, my lecturers and also my colleagues. Today I will present my proposal about what I have made some analysis and the concepts plan from site survey results. Hence the title architectural proposals including site analysis, its response, mass concept and references. Chronological order progress. Before I start explaining, there are the chronological of the order of my presentations. Starts from the first step is surveying the site, second is response to site, and the third step is creating a bubble diagram on our set zone. And the final step is the schematic design plan about the building mass for the project. Okay, let's start. Surveying the site is the first chapter or part to must be done first before planning the concepts. It's like imagine creating a building without knowing context of the surrounding of the site. Would be awkward and might happen a functional or cultural misunderstanding of the building for humans to use or see it as. Okay, here are two parts doing the first step of the proposal. Those are analyze and response. Analyze is to determine how the site has been interfered by man-made technologies or still natural position, while the response is to find a solution for the architectural project and apply it either to the current existing or several zones to be modified for fitting the macro-size zone plan. And here, the first thing we do before going directly into the site is to check first on the online maps. Thanks to satellite, we can see it now from the top view. After found the site borders and scale their length of the border, we have the archive on our hands now. And can sorry, I forgot to bring the archive, but you know it, and can start surveying on the site later. Note that the end alphabet indicates as the symbol of meter or meter. Detailed data while at location. This is the detailed data after we survey into the site. On the previous image via online map, we only found the length of border lines, and here it is. We found out that there are the depth differences in the site. There are two spots with different depths and two sloping sides that are used to be an entrance of the site. Assuming plus minus 0.00 is counted or placed on the main roadway. There are zones with minus 5 meter deep and the deepest zone minus 7.5 deep in the backmost of the site. This will be quite challenging for us to plan the concepts during the making of bubble diagram start. The drainage part. Due to the depth differences occur in the site, we just try out using this as it is condition to be functioned as an external sewer as we seen here. This is because it is way too low to connect the sewer to the city's main sewer, where its location is 1 till 1.5 meter deep, measured from the city's sidewalk. As been marked here, sorry, I'm not draw the details of the sidewalk. Next is the vegetation part. Can be seen from the image that almost no plants grow within the site location. Except there are some white plants in the middle actually, like shrubs or something like young banana tree. Also, some vines grow at the north border of the site. Sun path and wind. We get to see the image of sun path and wind result. During our survey on late September, we captured the photo samples of the sun positions first, then draw the simulation of its position and match it in the website named suncult.com. The one website that we know to measure astronomical data of the sun to the whole earth. After matching it, we got the data of the sun correct as the shown in the image. And about the wind direction, not only we feel where the wind comes from, but we also see the data of when and where the wind would come from with the help of Indonesian Agency of Climatology for Batam Island. According to their prediction, the wind for 6 last months of the year will be coming from the south and its nearest location like southeast and southwest. About this part, I'm just going to make it short. In this part, this explains that all directions can see the building in that site despite being located 5 meters deep. And this part is similar to the previous page, is that this is the from inside view. I mean the view from inside the site of the or its building. Making some simulations, it directly tests the analysis result that the good or better view spots are positioned towards east and southeast direction, while the worst view are towards to the whole west direction like northwest or southwest. And this is traffic sensory noise, I mean, sorry, the sensory part. After the survey, it is found that in the morning and evening, the roadway located on southeast and northeast are always in heavy traffic, especially during weekday or workday. The traffic does obviously create noises. There is also a car workshop too at the east of the site. Sorry, I mean this is west of the site, creating the noise too every day. This will be a consideration to encounter the noises from its source and circulate. This is the image of the site's existing transportation circulation. The roadway's direction rule can be seen in this image, and we found two spots. I previously mentioned them as a slopey slides in the topography section that can be used its current condition as an entrance or an exit spot. Mm, the circulation part was the last part of the survey results, and now we reach to the response to the site data section. Yeah, this is the section. After surveying the chosen site, we must do the analysis to all we must do the analysis too on many factors such as the topography, sun path, vegetation, circulation, and many more to find out not only to be the most comfortable but also be iconic building for the site and its surrounding. Okay, in this part, you can see the response for the vegetation factor. For our plan, we will plan them in three spots. The one along the outer border can be seen here. The other one created some kind of vines as the wall border near the car workshop at the southwest. And the last one is to be planted some green areas in the middle of the site. It can be seen here. The vines of the north-south border remain grow, and hence with this, we can let the plants to reduce CO2. Also use them as natural sound barriers. Next is response to the sun and wind data. For the sun path, we decided to rotate the building's axis, not tilting it, for likely 10 till 20 degrees as shown in the image. This position we made some certain notes inside the building gets less sun heat exposure, especially for the more important rooms. For the wind part, for the wind part, we plan to make a horizontal void in the middle of the building to let the natural wind be able to flow through the building. Also reduces the energy consumption due to less man-made ventilation usage. And this is the circulation. The response of the circulation part has been explained in its survey result. We plan to use those two spots to be an entrance and an exit spot. In this part, we located the entrance gate on the south side and the exit gate in the north side. For this is for following the traffic directions stated in the city governmental rule, as been explained in the circulation analysis result. Okay, this is the last part of the response analysis, if I'm not wrong, the response of the noisy control. I already explained before in the response of the vegetation page. The difference is there is an orange zone drawn in the image. The light blue zone is the area where noises encountered or came from, so it needs something to reduce its intensity, while the orange one is the comfortable zone with less noise exposure or factor. Hence, good spot for building construction. And now we have reached the post-site survey analysis chapter. Like the previous one, there are two different parts to analyze after getting the data and pre-response the factors, including the Bible diagram and schematic design. For the context, my team was planning to create a 10-floor office building as our current semester's project-based assignment. And this is the first image Bible diagram part, sort of different layout because this image is created by me, drawn by me, I mean. So why is the Bible diagram important? Basically, Bible diagram is the conclusion of the whole analysis and responses we have made some after surveying the site. Without it, there would be forgotten details, and forgot the details to be care of or some misconceptions when making the site plan. I mean the whole zero point 0.5 hectares area. As we can see here now, this is the Bible diagram. It describes our building positions plan as been marked in the first and second building. The transportation sequences and the direction which split into two categories. There are surface marked as red and user marked as blue color. A green area like part in the middle of the building. A plan of sky bridge connected between two buildings can be seen here. And those trees positioned near the outer border to reduce the noise intensity source from the traffic. And after the Bible diagram part, now this is the first step of our available zone or available site as designed like this image. Next slide. After the second step of transformation is to simulate the area available for building and plan as much as 10 floors with 4 meters each. Remembering that in the city's regulation, maximum heights of the non-skyscraper type high-rise building should be 40 meters high. Beyond that, GSB here means building line or borderline, but in Indonesian rules. And here, the next transformation is about the defining zones and cropping some building masses as pictured in the bubble diagram part. This is why we need to make some schematic designs first to fulfill the open roof functional outdoors that can be used publicly like parks. This as be marked here, park as public space to determine what kind of shape the building mass would be look like so that it can be an iconic or unique object to the civilians passing by the site. Some senior architects could make at least 3 until 4 samples of the mass concepts to ask for feedbacks from the colleges about which site would be very suitable for the context of the site and its surrounding as the project. And here we are entering the second cropping. For the first step of the mass of the building, I mean, the 7 until 10 floor are given lesser space unlike the 6 and lower. Also, there is a sky bridge that connects two buildings to make an interesting into outside view for the visitor and workers for inside the building, and many others such as drop-off area here, two service areas behind the building can be seen here, and also two basement floors which are not highlighted here. I'm sorry. And here the fifth step is just short, only about how it would look like and selection of void to create some spaces for natural air flow vertically. Also for the sun shading construction to reduce the energy consumption for air cooling machines like HVAC. I apologize if I couldn't finish the motif for the shading plates because the application will run slower as there are many line segments to be read by its program. For the easier explanation of it will be discussed in the reference section later. And this is the final concept. This is our final concept of processing the building mass for chosen site as seen in the image in the screen. A room with glass wall on the third floor as high as possible to be accessed with privilege. A separator between entrance and an exit, I mean, to separate its function. Sorry. Two basement floors for parking spaces, and a skybridge as a focal point of the building. Even for the 40 meters high building, which still could be considered as short for the high-rise building. And this is like a zoom in. Yeah, this is just a isometric view, but in closer look. Unlike the slides before, this view is highlighting the front and right side of the elevation of the building axis. The next one is the same, but for the back side. But for the back side, and also still the right side of the building. This is also the same, but this one explains about how the building will respond to climatological elements that we got during our surveying to the site. Guess I won't explain it anymore since I have done that in the survey the section in my PowerPoint presentation. Now we have reached into the reference page. I mean, almost in the end of my presentation. So why the reference matter for our conception? Well, if this is the first question that will be asked by lecturers or colleges, I'm able to explain it. You can imagine with only building shaped mm, like yeah, you can imagine with only building shaped like that. Can you feel like something is missing, like them or something analogical worth to be shown to others? For me, yeah, for me, yeah, if we didn't put something like that, our building won't have much value worth to be rent for or to be seen by others. Remembering, we are planning to build an office building uniquely. To fix that, to encounter that problem, we will put some cultural motifs on the shading plate or board, not only for blocking the sunlight, but also give some aesthetical values and some representation to the culture living in this city or island. These images are just for references for shaping the shading about motifs. We will follow the symbols of Melayu, a culture native in this region. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry if I forgot to mention these three images are just as an examples, but about the motifs, we will follow the symbols of Melayu I already explained before. Alright, and my presentation ends here. Thanks for my professor, lecturers, and also my colleagues for paying attention to me. And also thanks to the Antonius Aaron and Miss Calorin as being my college, as being my group colleges. I admit that I still have some lack of ideas or creativity in my proposal. Therefore, I need the feedback from you all. I will take this as a critic. Make sure to give me a construction critic so that I will make some changes to my proposals before submitting it as a pre-final design or for my assignment. Sincerely, thank you so much for paying attention.